Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Grill and Bar and Maeve's Bar Sligo.
And if anyone is logging in on the Patreon, you will be surprised to see that it's mostly me this week.
Yeah, it will not be. Laura, switch to me there for a sec.
We've Laura.
Oh, that looks good.
Flicking the keys of herself out there now in the hallway.
Double clicking the keys of herself.
It's less creepy than we said about Brendan.
Yeah, actually, I don't feel right even saying that.
No. So
did you bring these cans?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I brought tins of Guinness, but they were sponsored by our beautiful sponsors in Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and wonderful food items.
And I just knocked your camera way off kilter there now straight away.
It's all right though. That's all.
Laura, you're only here 2 minutes and I'm making mistakes already. Fucking disaster. Let me pour this. Do you pour it all in one go?
I just slapped it in there, yeah. I don't think there's much of a thing about pouring
I had a friend of mine, aka a brother.
Oh.
Look at the bubble on that. It's oh my God.
One thing I did learn over the week though, don't put Guinness in the freezer because it ends up being horrible.
Look at the state of that.
Here's Puck.
It looks like a fucking Aero bar. Doesn't it?
It's nice though.
It's like a wee Nestle bar.
Yeah.
The
we're not supporting Nestle though, we're boycotting them because of Israel.
Why, what, is that an Israeli thing? I want to ask you about the Israeli thing that you were telling me about in the van. I've loads of stuff to ask you.
Right.
I have so much stuff that I need to ask you.
I would think we've nothing to talk about at this point.
No, I've loads, and I'll forget half of it, and I'll only tell you afterwards. But we'll get to the point first. First of all, someone told me the double pour is just a marketing scheme.
Oh.
Yeah. That's number one.
Right.
A brother of mine.
Yeah.
He's one of me Manny brothers.
One of the Manny brothers.
Ray told me that double pour. He said it's a load of it's only a marketing scheme.
Brother Ray.
Yeah, brother Ray. That was the first thing I was going to say, and the second thing was I have to apologise to you because the second thing I'm about to tell you is that air fryers are just ovens. They're just little ovens.
They are, yeah. Why?
Because you said to me, are they not little ovens? And I said, no, they're air fryers.
Did you come to this realization? Before we go after Guinness.
No, but I have 100 things to say.
Hold air fryer. Air fryer's holding in the air. But before we get off the Guinness, the pub up in Dublin are giving 3 pints of Guinness if you split the G.
Yeah.
And I think that's a marvellous marketing. I don't think a whole lot of people are going to split the G.
It's good marketing, right?
Yeah.
But it's for fucking young ones. Do you know what? I'm going to burst now, Ray. I'm going to burst, Ray.
Sorry.
Here's what I'll tell you. This I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
There's a problem with the younger
air fryers
generation.
are holding here now.
We'll get to the air fryers.
The air fryers haven't gone away, folks.
Yeah, put the air fryer up on the shelf.
There, everybody just keep one side of your head on the air fryer.
Yeah, and we'll get to that now in a minute.
But the young ones.
The first minute is young ones, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Something's happened, right? The young ones have a great way, right, of taking everything that was marvellous in the world, right?
Yeah.
And turning it into a stupid social media trend and taking all the meaning out of it, okay? When you drink Guinness, watch me right now. This is what you're supposed to do. Oh, that's nice, Guinness.
Yeah.
Shut up, okay?
Shut up.
Right? Your man, and I'm sure he's a lovely fella. I feel bad calling him on. I'm sure he's a gentleman and and he's a great content creator. He called himself the Guinness Guru, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's 96 foot tall.
Yep.
Right? He looks like if he was here, I wouldn't be saying this because I'd be terrified of him.
Yeah.
He's a bruise of a man.
Yeah.
But he started this fucking stupid thing where you overanalyze the drink. My favourite way to enjoy Guinness is by shutting up and just drinking it whatever way you want.
You
right?
wouldn't be a great wine connoisseur.
No more. Yeah, because it's all bollocks. It's all bollocks.
That's not the whole industry about it.
It is. He's the same thing as those pretentious bastards who drink the wine and they're like, oh, you got to swirl it around in your mouth and then spit it out and then shove it up your hole. Like, I'm not. Right?
You get the oaky tones.
I know, man, the oaky tones.
The oaky nutty tones.
No, the oaky tones, man, were a show band back in the day. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Larry Lawler and the Okie Tones. Right? Okay. This fella, this Guinness guru, he's calling himself the pub guru now, right? But he ruined it.
Did he have to change his name?
Yeah, because he realised I don't want to be the Guinness guru anymore, and he's trying to do something else now.
Because he's stuck with the one drink.
Yeah, he got stuck with the spit and the G.
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about this split.
Don't forget, now air fryer's still there.
We're going to talk about it. I know there's loads of you going, I can't wait till they talk about air fryers, but right now we're talking.
Keep that going the whole way through the episode, never get back to the air fryer.
So, this thing where you have to split the G, no, you don't, right? There's no rule there saying that you have to split the G. You can enjoy Guinness whatever way you want to enjoy it. That is all. That's exactly what the young people do. They take us, they make a load of rules and take all the fun out of us.
No.
That's what young people do,
Wait
Ray.
now, there's no rules when it comes to Guinness. There was a game introduced which made drinking the Guinness that bit more fun.
No. This is what I'm saying. They take all the essence out of it when you start doing shit like that.
No, it doesn't. It brings the crack into it.
Guinness has been drank for thousands of years, Ray.
And I've been
Arthur
just,
Guinness.
drink it, shut up.
It was 34 AD. Arthur Guinness
Yeah.
came up with this lovely
No,
recipe.
17
recipe of ice cream and
something.
black, right? He put them together,
Yeah, okay.
right?
Yeah.
Ice cream and bogdush, and it just works.
Works.
And then now people are coming out saying, "Oh well, look at the domage, and you got to split that G." And you're like, "No, will you just drink the pint and everyone shut up, right? And go back to your miserable selves, sitting at the bar, farting, talking about JA." That's the way it's supposed to be
But
drank.
it's a different generation now, and they want something different out of it.
But I hate when they take something I love and make it their own. That
But would you
drives
not
me.
try and
no,
split the G?
No, that drives me demented. No, I hate when they take something that I enjoy and they make it, they ruin it then.
Okay.
By making it cool and popular.
Sorry.
I'm a typical old bastard that can't be dealing with this.
Sorry. So you've loads of things to say to
And
me.
these young people that are drinking Guinness as well. Christ almighty, they're all drinking Guinness now.
But I think that's great
Which
for
is
the pub though
brilliant.
that brought it in.
I
Because
think it's
they're going to
brilliant.
sell a heap pints because people are going to try and split the G, but not.
But how
And
can
then
you
have to
not
pay for
split
the pint.
How can you not split the G though?
It's very difficult.
Oh, as in, sorry, you have to get it right, is
You
it?
have to get the level of the drink exactly right between the bottom of the G and the mid and the top of the G.
Arthur Guinness would be turning in his
No,
grave.
I'd say he'd be delighted.
He would not be delighted. Ray.
Delighted, loads of pints flying out there, everybody talking
Yeah,
about it.
he was delighted about the fact that, but he'd be going, what happened to this lovely drink that people used to enjoy? Now they're all just trying to get a free version of it by splitting a feckin' G. Can we not just drink it and enjoy it? Actually, let me just drink it and enjoy it now because I'm hot-headed, Ray.
Wasn't there an Arthur Guinness Day at one point? The 24th of September, National Arthur Guinness Day. Was that not the same crack?
That was the day that he drove the snakes out of Ireland. Wasn't it? Yeah. Something like that anyway. I haven't a clue. It was it used to be like, oh, at 1859 the bell rings and then that's Arthur Guinness Day.
Yeah, Arthur Guinness Day. Air fryer.
We do be wrecking stuff, don't we? Not us, like, I mean the general population.
Air fryer.
Fucking, okay, air fryers.
Mini ovens.
Do you know the gentleman from The Chase?
Yeah, Bradley.
No, the Irish gentleman with the curly head.
Oh.
Darren, his name is, or Dara, or whatever.
Yeah.
He does, on TikTok, do you want to know an interesting fact every day? And every time he does it, I out loud say, I do, right? So,
Right.
I
do.
He said, air fryers are just mini ovens. That's all they are.
Yeah.
And then he said, well, why are they called air fryers? Marketing.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All they're doing is throwing you out a mini oven.
Yeah.
So when Nicholas says to me, I'm not sure if you can air fry that, I say, yes, you can, because it's not an air fryer, it's an oven.
It's an oven, but you can oven anything.
Chat with any crack I had left in my life.
Sorry.
I thought that we had invented something new. We haven't.
There is something different about them,
And
though.
someone did say, I thought this was brilliant today that I saw, right? Someone said, what happens? He said, air fryers are getting bigger and bigger. What happens when they become so big that you just put them in the kitchen and then you realize
It's an oven.
Oh, hang on, that's an oven.
Yeah.
You know, because we're going to get to that stage eventually as well.
Yeah,
So
there is something different about them, though.
nothing. It's a
There
fan.
is.
It's a
No,
fan
if-
and heat.
if-
The only difference is because they're so small, they heat up quicker.
No.
That's the only difference, right? It's
not.
Because you're not.
I've had oven
I
chips
can't-
all my life.
Yeah.
And they never tasted as nice as they did coming out of the air fryer.
That's what everyone would say. I'd say the same.
Yeah.
Kendy's fish fingers, man. Omega-3 and the boys, right? They've never tasted as good.
The show band, is
You
it?
know, the Omega-3s.
Yeah.
I've never tasted them better as well. But the only thing difference is that it's electric and it's not a gas oven or it's not. That's it.
I think the gas tastes different.
Yeah, I mean, I do get very sleepy whenever I'm eating them out of the.
Right.
So,
That's the
so
air
that's
fryer.
the air fryer done. Sorry to wreck everybody's dreams.
Yeah.
The third thing is that I have to talk to you about is I'm lucky I'm sitting here right now
Why?
because, ladies and gentlemen, myself and Ray drove to Cork at the weekend.
And we talked for 9 hours.
Talked for 9 hours and
That
I woke
content
up
will be available on the Patreon.
nowhere.
No, it won't.
Thank the Lord above it won't. Because I came out of that conversation and that journey with a sore hole. No, I did, Ray. I know there's plenty of people. There's probably a load of fellas out there now, actually, who are probably going, Jesus, you can spend 9 hours in Ray's van, you come up with a sore hole, there'll be people ringing you. Hello? Ray, I was thinking, could you drop me down somewhere? at the
No,
moment?"
why did you come out with a sore hole?
I don't know what it is about your owl van, but I'm not over exaggerating. I'm not over exaggerating.
Careful now.
I'm not going to be careful now. 'cause
Please be careful now.
No, everyone needs to know. I'm sure I'm not the only fella who ever came out of your van with a sore arse, right? What happened was I woke up the next day and I was like, geez, me fucking me cock six is it's like the way I fucking did that. Me cock six is whew. That was day one after being in your van.
This was the Saturday.
This was a full cranberries thing as well because it lingered. The next.
Right.
Yesterday, Ray, I was eating paracetamol out of it, and
You took medication for the pain in your hole.
Ray, I couldn't sit down. I was sitting on, the chair that I do give you in here at Christmas.
Yeah, the nice brown
Christmas
one.
chair.
Yeah.
I had 2 big massive pillows on it because I couldn't. If I had sat on anything else, I wouldn't have been able to get back up again. I was in agony. So what the?
We can settle this quite easily. Now, we can and we can't. We're very lucky, in fact, that you're not the only one sitting in this upstairs area in Rushydar tonight that has arse experience of my van.
The van now, Laura. Do you hear me? Okay.
So Laura's out there flicking the keys of herself.
Yeah.
And she has travelled many a mile in the van.
Yeah.
And all I want is a simple yes or no. Would she suffer from a sore arse after travelling in the van?
Just yes or no, Laura.
Just a yes or no, Laura. And you can be honest now, we're not going to get divorced over it. No.
Okay, well then there's something wrong with my body and your van don't go together.
Yeah.
But you haven't been in for 9 hours, Laura.
She has. She's done 9 hours. There's a lot of cushion in your bum as well, Laura
Yeah, I know.
says.
I have the arse of an 18-year-old.
You do.
young one.
You
Of
think,
course
yeah,
I
but
do.
I think you were sitting the wrong way.
But there was no...
Were you sitting at an angle?
What do you mean was I sitting at an angle?
Were you sitting on your wallet?
See the way I'm sitting here
Was
right
your
now?
phone
No,
underneath you?
no, nothing was underneath me, Ray. Only the hard cushion of your
There's no
van.
hard cushions. I tell you, you'd have known all about it if I had the transporter, the one that I almost kept.
Well, your van, Ray, reminds me of an old school bus that has wooden seats in it. And just
yeah.
no. And I didn't realise this before because I've never been in it as long. It's a shit box.
It's not a shit box.
No, it's a shit box.
Why would you call it a shit box?
Because I came out of it after 8 hours, Ray, and I fucking nearly... Nicola said to me at one stage, should we just go to the hospital? And I didn't want to be the fella that said I got into a stranger's van. I got into a fella's van, I came out with a sore arse.
Would we again have to travel this Friday. What are you going to do about that?
Show me on the doll where the van touched you. Like,
what are you going to do Friday?
I'm thinking I might have to drive on my own.
Do I need to get your little
Friday.
baby seat?
No, we are going to have to fucking put a mattress in the back. No, that's worse again, actually. Hang on now. Because the worst thing I was saying, well, I was lying in a mattress in Ray's van. It came out worse than that again.
I don't know it was the van. I think you're blaming the van.
But what do you mean you don't know if it was the van?
Sure, was it?
I have never had a sore cock 6 before. Never bruised my cock 6 before, okay? And all of a sudden I spent 8 hours in your van and okay, I'm sorry now.
Did
coming
you
at you.
stand a funny way at the wedding? Because you were playing at the wedding. Maybe you stood a funny way.
I played 1,000 weddings. I know,
but
I've never had a sore cock.
You've never fronted
6.
the 65 Premier Top #1 wedding band before.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of pressure in that now, but it wouldn't break your arse now first.
Would you perhaps got some sort of generational trauma from it?
What do you say? My father had a sore hole as well.
Obviously, the man you were covering for also had a feeling of uncomfortableness. That was the reason he was off that night.
Oh, that's right, because he was dealing with something. So you think that I
think you might have. Do you think maybe it's some of the equipment that you might have been using belonging to him that might have given it to you? Do you think you caught a sore arse
from a pair of in-ear monitors
from someone else? Yeah,
from a pair of headphones.
Exactly. Do you think you might have caught a sore arse?
I feel bad because I'm coming at you heavy now with this.
Yeah,
and I'm blaming you.
You've no finding, and I have a witness there behind you, and she said there's absolutely nothing wrong with that seat.
Okay, well, if I am to be wrong,
yeah, we'll try it again Friday and see how we get on.
Yeah, but if I am to be wrong, it might now. I'm still blaming your van. But it might be to do with the fact that I'm not in the fit of me health. You know these idiots, you know these human people who come out and say, if you just go for a little walk every day, it'll benefit you.
Yeah.
Well, it won't though.
Yeah.
So if I could tell anyone else, and it's all or nothing, right? The winner take, if you eat... Ray! I'm not doing this. This is the end of it. I'm not even joking, Laura. Sorry to cut that conversation mid there, lads, but people at home, I'm not doing this. I was trying to set up this room. I'm not. I can't. I'm actually gone. I'm out of here. I'll see you.
Come back now.
Thanks a million, ladies and gentlemen. That was episode 231.
No.
It is fucking outrageous that someone is capable of being that ignorant and not realising it. How on earth can you not notice that? I can't leave my headphones on. Do you know what? I wish I was on the bottom floor because I'd start digging and bury myself. I wish I was on the bottom floor. I would dig.
I just wanted to have the last little bit of chocolate.
Oh, there. Laura, how in the name of Jesus?
It's not that bad.
It is that bad.
Chewing.
I didn't realise this. I've known you for, I don't know, what is it, maybe 13 years? I finally found the most annoying thing you do. And I didn't realise it before.
Yeah.
I never realised this before.
So
that is the most
as we were setting
annoying
up,
thing you
I
do.
was tearing into a family-sized Cadbury's Dairy Milk chocolate bar, and Mark nearly had a conniption.
It's as bad as waterboarding someone. I'd rather be waterboarded than have to listen to that.
Do you think
You know if someone said to me, give me the information, Kendy, or this is it now, and like, I'm going to torture you. What are you going to do? Pull out your fingernails. I can get through it. I'm going to waterboard you. No, if Ray is going to chew into your ear, I'll be like, okay, the money's hidden. It's in Kinnegad in the 24-hour. I can't, Ray. That is such a sickening sound.
Can we ask now you can leave the headphones off for a second. Can
Stop
we
eating this.
No.
Are you seriously going to eat the whole way through a podcast? Like,
I'm not. No, I thought
Stop eating chocolate.
Okay.
Oh my God, that is so annoying. Can I put this back on?
You can, yeah. I'm done.
The sound of the rain is lovely outside the window.
Stormisha.
It's beautiful. No, it's not Stormisha. That's
Jocelyn coming
That's
in.
Jocelyn. Yeah, Jocelyn. That's very posh storm, that one now. Stop! Oh, I thought you were reaching for the chocolate again. I was going to lose the head. No, I can't. No, I can't hold this one back. It's the most annoying. I was trying to get this room back up and ready, and all again. I can't believe that you think that that's a normal way to eat. Like, what's wrong
really
with you?
enjoy it.
No, but can you not close your mouth and eat though? Why are you under such pressure when you're eating chocolate? Are you panicking that someone's going to take it off you or something?
Maybe.
You're literally like cowering, like fucking hell. Like, you eat like someone 3 times your weight.
Hippopotamus.
Christ.
Last night I was down at home Mayo.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get back. I was doing a gig.
Okay.
Where I almost killed a child.
Okay, that's some gig now, Ray. I have to say, I've never heard of that kind of gig
I was
before.
doing sound for a David Lynn's singing school.
Oh, yeah.
And they had a show on yesterday down in Bilnay.
You get some weird gigs, man, as
I do
well.
sometimes,
Like,
yeah.
as in, like, some after, you know.
Yeah, but he was doing a little kind of an expose on all the kids and all what they've learned. So there's kind of 2 sides to David Lynn's singing school. There was the kids that sing.
Yeah.
And then there's the Paul Newell School of Acoustic Guitar.
Oh, was he a part of it?
So Paul Newell's, as we like to call him here on the podcast, he has taught approximately 30 children how to play acoustic guitar.
Lovely.
All in the style of Paul Newell.
It's a real good technique.
It's a real, woo, oh, now. They've got great rhythm.
Yep.
They all play without plectrums.
Brilliant.
It's tremendous stuff to see them. But anyway, there was this concert on. Now, the concert was supposed to be on at 5:30, but then we got the red weather warning.
Oh, yeah.
5:30 was supposed to be the show. He pulled it back to 3 to avoid the red weather alert.
Did you see
at
the
5.
state of it, though?
What state of it?
The weather with last night.
We're getting to that. First of all, let me explain how I nearly killed the child.
Jesus Christ.
It was a lovely thing in the Kennedy Glasgow Centre.
If anything, Ray, I would have talked about the weather first and built up to the nearly killing the child.
No.
But you're going to use the killing the child as a build up to the weather. Go on, anyway, who am I to tell you what to do?
The weather was the bigger show. No, it's just one of those things. I don't know if you ever found doing this. I was adjusting a microphone. There was a little choir of young children.
Yeah.
And they're all from their 7s to their 12s or 13s.
Okay.
And I was tightening the mic stand.
Yeah.
And I tightened it the wrong way. And the microphone dropped.
Hang on now. When you say you tightened it the wrong way, you mean you loosened it?
I did. Yeah, I loosened it.
Because you're just trying to say that in a nicer way. I might have been tightening that wrong.
I was tightening it the wrong direction. Yeah. I was loosening it. Whatever it is anyway, the microphone dropped and I just caught it before it hit the girl's forehead.
Have you public liability insurance?
I have no public liability insurance.
I literally just paid for public liability today, which is so funny. That's exactly what you need.
Oh, Mark, it was because this was between songs, so there was a whole group of kids on the stage.
Yeah.
And there was a whole hall full of parents.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I was just adjusting this mic and next thing it just dropped. And she was just looking up, pure innocent, watching, devastation rain down upon her.
And you just caught it
And
at
I
the time.
just caught it before it hit her. And I just thought how different my life would have been today if I had clocked that poor child.
Yeah. Did you, have you ever come across the wrath of a pissed off parent before when you mess with their
very,
kid?
Very seldom. Like if that mic had hit her, I can only imagine a mother and father would be roaring at me. There'd be an ambulance called.
Yeah.
I'd have ruined the concert.
You'd have no pub liability.
Yeah, David Lynn singing school would be ruined.
Yeah, because there is 2 different. If you come across the wrong parent when you do that, there's nothing you can say that would. If that was me that you would hit, my mother would have tore your arms off. Have you ever seen chimpanzees in the wild?
Yeah.
Those bitches, that's what my mother would have turned into.
What would you do if Ali got hit? So if you were sitting at a concert and there was someone doing the sound, Vinnie Higgins, Sligo's premium mic stand provider, was wrong way tightening the mic stand.
You can't be mad at him. No, I like to think that I wouldn't lose the head. Do you know what I mean? I like to think I wouldn't.
So there's Ali with loads of blood coming down her face because she's got hit in the
stop,
face
Ray,
with
you
a bit.
fucking prick.
Yeah.
Where is he? I'm going to kick shit out of him. No, because you made a visual there now. Like, why'd you do that
Yeah,
for?
but that's what could have happened.
I know, but now I'm
and she's
pissed off.
concussion now, and now you have to spend 9 hours in ICU or A&E.
A&E, you bollocks.
Why do I keep calling it
Why are
ICU?
you making it way worse than this? I'm going to kick the shit out of Vinny Higgins now.
But you couldn't do that to Vinny. Vinny didn't mean it.
But there's two different types of parents, what I was saying. Like, people who lose the
it
head.
seems
But
to be just the one.
I remember one time my old one was in charge of a game of football and a young lad's tooth got chipped, his front tooth chipped.
Oh, that happened to me once with a bottle of Wicked.
But like full, and then like they thought, the parents going to lose their head, but the father was like, I'm fucking be shredding you plenty
right.
more.
Yeah.
You know, and he'd love if that was who you could, but parents are fucking mental, Ray. Parents are mental. You don't know which way it's going to go, like.
I was thinking about the whole, you'd wonder they're all sitting there going, my little one didn't get enough singing there.
That's, no.
You know, and especially in the acoustic guitar orchestra, there was 3 lines of chairs, and obviously there was kids at the back of the acoustic guitar orchestra.
Yeah.
And I was looking at them now, and you know, they weren't getting nearly as much limelight as they probably needed to get.
Well, I once did a gig in Castlebarron, the TF, where there was at any one time on stage 300 to 400 ukulele kids.
Wow.
Right?
What country, what nationality are they from?
I mean, what do you mean?
You said they were
They're
ukulele kids.
ukulelans.
They're
No, they
African kids, like.
No, they fuck. No,
Oh, they
Ray.
played the ukulele.
Yes, Ray, because I'm not going to get into that, because I was going to say something else there that definitely would have furthered your racist remark.
Right.
And I've learned
It
better
wasn't
than
racist,
that.
it was a country remark. I thought it was
Yeah.
from a country.
No, and I would. Yeah,
The
but
Republic
again,
of Ukulele.
you're baiting me out, Ray. Don't be baiting me out, because I won't get involved in this kind of pitter patter. They were all ukulele players, and needle in a haystack if you're a parent trying to look and see where you're.
Or trying to hear your
Yeah.
No,
said to the sound
Turtle is
engineer,
little.
"How are you going to mic these all up to make sure all the kids are heard?" And he said,
No.
"I'd probably just hang 2 mics above
That'll do.
above 400 kids. That should work perfect." Yeah, you're dead right.
Anyway, nearly killed the child.
Yeah, but you caught it in time.
Caught it in time, then the weather came in.
Yeah,
And
okay,
it
so
was
this is the
scary.
build up
This
to
is
the
the
weather
weather
part
now,
now.
yeah.
Now, I'm sorry, no, you all had to wait that long now to try and get to the weather section of the podcast.
These
now,
are the bits that Laura would tell me that I.
let's talk about the
yeah.
weather. Okay, because we don't deal well at all. Why is it with storms that the country goes, no, it was bad.
That was bad last night.
We can never judge it properly, but it's not bad. But I'm sorry to say this now, and she'll kill me for saying it, but I have to just get it off my chest. I think Nicola wants our power to go.
Oh, yeah, it's nice when the power goes.
No, it's not that it's nice when she just wouldn't shut. Every 2 minutes. She was like your one who was out in the Salt Hill in the bad weather. What was your one's
Unnecessary
name again?
Journeys.
Yeah, the unnecessary journeys lady.
Yeah.
Every 2 minutes, Nicola was updating me. Oh, it's gone here and it's gone. And I was
Yeah,
like,
but you do. You want
stop. No, why would you want the power to go?
Because it was lovely. The power
you know what-
went at home in Mayo last night, and from about 7:30 till 11:30, and I spent the full 3 hours talking to my mother and father about how they met and about all the courting and,
All right, okay,
and the
well,
whole lot.
you're a kumbaya family.
We might
Right?
be.
We're not a kumbaya family.
For you and Ali and Nicola.
No, we're not a kumbaya family, Ray.
Did the power go out here last night?
No, it didn't, thank God, because we don't have the capacity to be looking after each other in like that.
Right.
If me and Nicola had to sit down and talk, the biggest problem is if me and Nicola at this stage of our relationship had to sit down and talk for that amount of time, we'd probably realise we didn't like each other. And that's... Do you know what I mean?
Would you have the accoutrements to keep yourself ticking over? Like, would
No.
you have a candle?
No, but we do have lights. A lot of these lights are battery powered. We'd have lights for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
We wouldn't have the entertainment though.
Right.
Because what happens is...
Do you not break out the guitar?
I told you we're not a kumbaya family.
Do 2
You're a
hours.
kumbaya family. Like when the electricity goes back home, and you're like, Joanne took out the fiddle and Marie
Yeah.
took out the guitar,
They're
and
the
I
best
do.
nights.
Oh, that's shite though, because you know what? You're exactly the kind of families that no one liked, right? No, you are though.
And we could still make tea because we had a gas cooker out in the shed.
Yeah, you're exactly the kind of family no one liked. The big happy heads on
Last night we weren't as happy.
you. Why?
Because just before the storm set in, my father noticed that the side of the roof was a little bit flappy in the wind.
The flappy roof on you.
It was a bit of a flappy roof in the house. And he could see that the slates were becoming lifted a small bit.
Right.
So himself and our neighbour, all right, John,
Yeah.
the two of them up the ladder, before I landed now this was, and they were trying to secure the roof.
In that weather.
In the weather. My mother was hopping.
Hopping
with
what,
the
like?
upsetness of
right,
seeing
okay.
the two of them out on this ladder.
I
in
thought
that
she
weather.
was like, "Come up, your boy is lifted, lads." I fucking love seeing
No,
two boys
don't
up a
lift
ladder.
it. Yeah, she does. Yeah, it's one of her secret fetishes. Seeing lads up a ladder.
She'll be looking up their pants like, up
Yeah.
your boy, come up.
But the whole night we sat there. Now that when someone introduces some doubt about something,
Yeah.
like if I had sat there, no one told me that the roof was in danger of lifting off the
Yeah.
roof, I'd have been fine. But the house shook on several occasions.
Duh.
Yeah.
That house ready to take flight.
But it was worrying.
Yeah.
It was the first time in my life where I was in a structure and I went, oh, this is a bit
Go away.
spicy.
So was that you were actually? It got bad enough here, but not that bad. There's the thing about there's a lot of the elements are blocked off a lot when you're living in an estate. Like you're living out in the sticks, and you know what I mean. Wide open to all of the elements.
Yes.
Did you see the video going around in Sligo of the hotel?
Oh, there was a big part of the roof got blown off.
And the roof got blown off, and a gentleman said, "This is brilliant. I'm going to video all of this."
Yeah.
And then he got hit by a piece of the roof.
He did not.
Did you see that?
No.
He got belted by a piece of the roof.
That's
And straight away I thought, jeez, that should be some claim about that.
But there are some people that enjoy being out in that kind of weather. Shun O'Reilly.
Why? What was
He
he
went
doing?
for pints as if there wasn't a storm.
Oh yeah, but that's different though, because going for pints is safe, okay? There's some other flutes out there, and I don't want to be the fella who says, oh, you're putting the emergency services under pressure. But like I saw a video of a fella jumping off the pier in Galway.
That's true, I seen that.
And
right.
when you look
But
at
he
that,
seemed to be fine.
yeah, when you look at that, you end up going, now maybe he's going, no, I'm a proper swimmer, like, but like at that weather, why would you do it?
Thrill seeking.
Do you know? Yeah, but
Excitement.
there's a lot of people who do look for that kind of thrill seeking, but I find now, and maybe I know I'm not the only one. There's something beautiful about sitting in a warm room, isn't there? When the weather is belting outside.
It's cozy, yeah, it's nice.
Isn't it unbelievable?
Yeah,
You
it's very
go,
nice, yeah.
geez, there's great safety in this place.
There is,
Do you know?
except for when you're sitting there in that warm, cozy room.
And I felt bad for some people
And the
because
roof might disappear.
yeah, but I felt bad for some people in Leitrim, and not to be singling Leitrim out again, but there's a wee village there called Drumahare. And overnight in Drumahare, a tree fell on every road out of the place.
Go away.
And I mean, being stuck in Drumahare,
Stuff of nightmares.
I mean, that's disgusting.
that's a Hollywood film now in the waiting.
that is disgusting behaviour from God if he is above creating these storms. To trap them into Drumahare that they can't even get out for the day, like.
There was another tornado above in Louth.
I heard that as well, yeah.
Yep.
So why?
That's
okay.
what I'm getting worried about now is the fact that tornado, because tornado,
No.
I can take a storm,
Yeah.
but a tornado was unpredictable.
Yeah.
It's like being on a night out with someone who's not great in the pints.
Or
You're just going, oh no, what's going to happen?
I was out with coke. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do you think that tornadoes are happening? Do you believe in climate change?
No, I just think there's more people.
Oh, you heard it here. Whoa! He said it, lads. Ray does not believe in climate change.
I do believe this. The climate is changing, and we probably aren't helping.
Yeah.
But I'd say there was a good dose of tornadoes back in the day as well, but there was no one with a phone to record it. That's what's happening there now.
That's a good point, actually. That they might not have
What
been.
about the big wind 1839?
But I can't remember it.
Namura.
But how am I supposed to remember that?
You
Ray?
don't, but that's it's the mad thing about living memory.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers the big wind of 1839.
Yeah, it is true though that if the cameras now are capturing all this stuff that might have been happening
there was
before.
multiple tornadoes that time. You
Maybe.
don't get 42 wrecked ships.
Where?
In 1939 above in Dublin.
Come here, will you stop on about 1839, man, like it was yesterday? How am I supposed to know anything about what you're saying?
You should look it up.
You keep mentioning this fucking year.
1839, the big wind of 1839.
Sorry, that reminds me as well. I know we don't have to delve into this if you don't want to as well, but do you want? Can you explain that story that you were explaining to me in the van? Can you explain a little bit of it? No, as to
The
what?
Houthis.
Yeah, as the Houthis. That's
Right,
what's
well,
going on.
I might be wrong, but I'll give it a small
No,
outline of
do
it.
it for the crack as well, because I think this might be a good way of delving into the subject of what's going on across abroad the world at the moment now, and why we're all getting dragged into it as well, and who's a shower bastards or not.
Right, so
I
this is
thought it was marvellous when you told it to me now. I
Oh,
have to
well,
say.
thanks very much.
Yeah. There's a gentleman on TikTok, and he's not the DJ, but I think his name is Mark McCabe. He didn't do a Maniac 2000.
Captain.
He's a captain of a
Yeah.
ship, and he's an Irish captain of a
Talked
ship.
about him last week.
And says he to me, I have to go around the horn. I said, all right, hello, okay, all right, this is a different kind of TikTok. Turns out what he meant, Raymond, was the Horn of Africa.
That's right, it goes a long way
And I
around.
said a couple of years ago on the podcast, Ray explained to me what the Suez Canal was,
Yes, I did.
right?
Yeah.
And I said, why wouldn't he go through the Suez Canal?
Yeah.
I said, why is he going around the horn? The horn on him.
Because when you go through the Suez Canal, you come out in a little thing called the Red Sea,
That's right.
which is a narrow bit of a sea between Africa. Mind yourself.
No.
It's dropping the phone.
Go on.
It's a narrow bit of a sea between Africa and the Middle East.
Yep.
And up the top of it, you have Egypt, which kind of owns the Suez Canal.
Yep.
That's where it's cut through. And then you have a load of African countries down. So if you're looking at it on the map, African countries will be on the left.
Yes.
And the Middle East countries will be on the right. You
That's
see
right.
things like such things as Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Yeah. And then below Saudi Arabia is a little spot called Yemen.
No.
And Yemen used to be a British colony.
Yeah, that's weird now that it might. You mean like
Yeah.
the rest of the world?
Yeah, the Brits
Yes.
did own Yemen at one point.
Yeah,
but then they pulled
unbelievable.
out, like they have done with many of the country.
Half of them still ended up pregnant. But anyway, okay.
Yeah. But the Yemenis, anyway, then had to decide amongst themselves who was going to be in charge. And that wasn't very nice. when they did that, because there was a bunch of lads that kind of used to work for the Brits, I think. They wanted to be in charge. And then there was a bunch of local lads going, I think you've had enough time now in charge.
They were like the Sinn Féin. No, sorry, fuck me. I bet they're not going Give us a chance. Give us a chance. Okay, go on.
Yeah, no, but they...
Fine Gael or the English
surprisingly like Sinn Féin in ways. They decided to take up arms.
You're disgusting, Ray. Coming out with a... No, go on.
Anyway, it's a group of people called the Houthis.
Right.
Which is
so these locals are called the Houthis.
There's 32 million people living in Yemen.
Jesus.
And apparently there are 3 guns per person in Yemen. So they're well armed.
How the fuck? You only have 2 hands.
Yeah, I know.
Where are they putting the third?
Spare gun.
How the fuck?
Down the trouser.
Jesus
Spare gun.
Christ.
Yeah, so 32 million people in Yemen. The Houthis are the main crowd that are running the show in Yemen at the minute.
Right.
Now, I don't know much about them. They sound... they wouldn't.
You don't even have to say how they sound.
No, I don't have to say that.
Because then you'll definitely get in trouble.
Yeah, but they sound like the sort of people that you wouldn't go over for Christmas dinner to at the same time.
No.
I don't know.
I don't think they celebrate Christmas, Ray, the same way we
Probably not.
do.
They are with the Shia Islam.
Like they're not running
branch.
a Radisson there, like,
No.
you know what I mean? That's what you're really trying to say.
Yeah, you're not running.
Like, you're not going, I might go over, there's a couple of Houthis abroad in Yemen, they have a lovely Radisson. The spa's supposed to be brilliant.
No, I think there is Radissons over there as well. I don't know.
Radicals over there, Ray.
Oh, is that what you were talking about?
Sorry, because I don't want to piss them. I'm not trying to be.
We don't want to upset the Yemenis because they're very good friends of the lads in Iran, basically.
No. Yeah,
right.
okay.
That's separate to it.
Okay.
So when the whole thing kicked off in Israel and Gaza, and the Hamas lads came in and they were terrible.
Yeah.
Shot a load of Israelis.
Yep.
Took a load, kidnapped.
Yep.
Then the Israeli says, you know something, we're going to go in now.
Yeah.
And we're going to find all the people that did this.
Can I put that in air quotes?
Yeah. But we're going to go in now to Gaza and we're going to find all these people.
Yeah.
We're not going to do it very delicately.
Yeah, I don't care who's in the way.
And now over 25,000 people have died since.
Yeah, unbelievable. Kids as well. And as I said...
70% of them women and children.
It's just unbelievable. This is the only thing I'd say on the serious side of it.
Yeah.
It's not unbelievable how you can justify... Well, they're shielding them now, in fairness. Like, they won't get out. You're like, I don't care what the justification is.
Yeah.
Do not fucking kill women and kids.
That's
right.
Couldn't
give a fuck. I wish every one of them were hung out to dry and we all got to watch it live. That's the truth.
So with all the women and children
There's
dying,
no justification. Go on.
No country in the world has done anything actually, and I think we talked about this before.
Terrified.
There is no country in the world that has done anything to kind of say, hold on, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, well, except for South Africa, brought it to the political court.
If this was the schoolyard, and I was getting the bejesus kicked out of me, right, it would be the equivalent of no one helping me out.
I did that one time in the schoolyard in St. Paul's National School. I know it's not quite the same, but it's nearly there.
What did you do?
I stood in between 2 people like as if
You
it
were
was
Yemen?
Israel. Yeah, I was like Yemen, but did it stand to me, Ray?
No, what happened?
I was in the cooler for 5 days. Do you know what the cooler was?
No, hold on now.
Well, you're bringing it up now again.
I know, but let's see, does this work now, right?
Yeah, okay.
So there was a fight, you're saying, is there?
Yeah, there was a fight between 2 boys.
2 boys, and you didn't like to see I presume the lesser boy getting the...
Well, I just didn't like to see it, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I was the kind of fella that'd be saying, why can't we be friends?
Was all the other lads looking on, kind of going, this is terrible, and
it was on the court.
Have it.
It was over a bad goal. But, I mean, it happens, Ray. Do you know?
Right.
Something very similar to what's going over in the Middle East.
It appears to be very similar.
They all had different goals.
Yeah.
So this was a bad goal.
So Yemen, anyway, was you in this situation?
I'm Yemen.
Yeah. You're Yemen.
Yeah. Without the tumultuous history.
Without the well, look at
maybe I did actually.
But what you decided anyway. So Yemen, out of all the countries in the world, looking on at this terribleness that's happening above in Gaza, they said, "Hold on a gosh darn second, we're going to step in here now, and we're going to try and break this up."
Yes.
And their only way of breaking it up was they said, "We're any ship that's going up to Israel, we're going to attack it."
So any ship that is using the Red Sea or the Suez Canal to head the Red Sea really, because that's past them to go through the Red Sea, and heading up,
we're
Israel,
going to attack that ship.
We're going to attack that ship.
So in other words, what we're saying is, don't go to Israel.
Now,
and a lot of people could have said, we're not going to go to Israel anymore. You know, we're not going to risk this.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened. They didn't. They kept going.
Yeah.
And then the Houthis, from Yemen, decided to attack these ships. And then the US and the UK said, no, you can't be doing that.
No.
Can't be attacking ships. Now, they didn't say anything about the women and children getting killed up in Gaza.
Yeah.
But they were very upset about Captain Mark McCabe and his boats
getting
targeted by the Houthis.
So these Houthis in Yemen, are they killing people in these ships?
I don't think anyone has died yet.
Okay.
I think they're looking to disable the ship.
Yes. They want to disable the shipping network.
Yeah.
Because they know how much money it's worth.
And they want to stop Israel getting supplies.
Yes.
Because they don't want those supplies being used
Yeah.
against the people that they're trying to.
And they're right on the corner. They're like traffic wardens, really.
Literally, yeah. They're like, exactly.
Now, I don't know. Maybe they are. I don't know what they're doing if it's terrible. Someone might come back and say, no, lads, it's torturous stuff that they're at.
No,
to
I don't
innocent
believe
people.
they've done that yet. I think if the ship is there, they shouldn't be there.
Yeah. So
what would you be
they're
doing supplying Israel when they're doing what they're doing?
Yeah, no, but that's the thing, Ray. Me and you talked about capitalism, didn't we?
We did talk about
Not
capitalism.
to get too serious with the whole situation now, but that's what it is. Money makes the world go round, Ray.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Did you ever hear I just made that up there? No, that's
It's a great statement. But the
No, but
Houthis are doing that. But then the US and the UK decided, no, you can't be doing that. So the US and the UK then decided to do some airstrikes on the Houthis.
And we don't hear anything about that really fully, do we?
It's there in the old thing, but the great thing about the Houthis is
It's funny. I don't hear anything about that, and I haven't watched the news in about 3 years. How come I'm not hearing about that? Like.
The poor old Houthis, though, were in a war with Saudi Arabia for the last 6 years, and they got bombed out of existence again with US and UK bombs.
Right.
And
they own Newcastle United now, and we just accept that. Okay,
who's
perfect.
Saudi Arabians?
Yes.
Yes, they do. Yeah, it's
Yep.
all tied in. It's all capitalism. But the bottom line is, Yemen is like you. It's the only one that actually stood up for the Gazans.
And Yemen are stuck
Palestinians.
in the cooler for 5 days.
They are. That's currently what's... US and UK are trying to keep them in the cooler.
The cooler used to be like a wee...
What is the cooler?
The cooler was a little shed that had you had to sit in the bench in it, and you could hear all the crack going on outside, and it was an absolute... I hated it. But I got put in the cooler for breaking up a fight. Now, I did absolutely lamp the shit out of the two... No, I didn't at all. I just broke it up.
What do you mean you had to sit in the shed? Like on breaks, you had to just sit in the
Yes,
shed?
you couldn't go play football, you couldn't do nothing.
Really?
Yeah, and they'd throw in raw meat. I was in there for 5 days
You know
straight.
what that's called in prison?
Solitary confinement.
Yes!
Yes! St. Paul's National School, Casserine, lads.
It was national school.
Yeah, I had solitary confinement, Ray.
What do you think came over you when you wanted to do the Yemeni thing and break up the fight?
I think it was just that I have a lot of love to give, and I hate seeing people fight. It's not in me. I'm a lover, not a fighter, and I try to make love to a lot of people over the years. Now,
You have.
but
Up to the age of 14, then you stopped.
Whoa.
But that's true,
Yeah,
though,
that
because
was.
you're with Nicola then
I know,
after
yeah,
14,
but
so...
you said it a bit weird.
Yeah, I suppose.
You said you wanted. I'm making love to a lot of people over the years up
Yeah.
to the age of 14. And I fucking it didn't sound right when you said it.
No, that's the second time in a week now that I've made a comment like that.
Yeah, goes over and above the head. Anyway, thanks so much for
Anyway,
explaining that, because it's the part of it that I haven't heard about at all, because I can't be listening
I think
to
it's
it.
sad that they're the only country in the world that's actually
is it-
standing up.
Isn't it
and going,
amazing like that how we decide good and bad?
Yeah.
Who we support and who we don't support. Because these American and British bastards are bombing the shit out of innocent people now as well.
They're not standing up for the one thing they should be standing up for. Let's stop people dying.
Yeah.
Like at the moment, the people in Palestine are, I think the World Health Organization or someone that does the food crack,
Yeah.
have basically said that I think 50 or 60 or 70% of them are now at catastrophic famine levels.
Yeah.
That in other words, there's 5 levels of food shortages. There's level 1, which is, Jesus, I could really do with a bag of potato.
Yeah.
There's level 2,
Which is you eating that
I haven't
fucking
had the
dairy
dinner.
milk.
Yeah. There's level 3, I haven't had a dinner in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Level 4, Jesus Christ, there's no dinners. And then
Yeah.
level 5, I've no dinners at all.
Yeah. And
They're at no dinner stand.
And the thing is, you like so the counter argument for all of that, right, is that none of their neighboring countries are letting them in, right? All the borders are closed. Hamas, Hamas are hiding, using them as human shields. If they just come out and face us, then we'd stop doing it.
Yeah.
I don't care. There's no justification in the world. That means you can go and just kill everyone all around you, innocent people. There's no. I don't care who's hiding or what they're doing.
Do you think that
Do
the
not-
call out from the Kendy and Raybo podcast will change Biden's mind?
Hopefully, Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
Joe
listening,
Joe
Biden?
Biden's mind. Joe Biden's mind, man, is mush. Sorry, now, but now that we're finally talking about, him doing something bad, we can finally say it. That man is fucking
No,
gone.
I think
he
he's
is
well,
senile.
I think he's well cognizant. He knows well what he's doing. That's why I'm disappointed in him.
Vote Trump. That you heard it from Ray here,
No, I
lads.
didn't
No,
say
no.
that.
You've all heard it here, lads. First, Ray says vote Trump. Do you know? Another man, DeSantis or whatever, stood out of his way. It looks like Trump's going to be doing this
Trump
again.
is going to get it.
He's going to get it again, lads.
In
And I,
fairness-
for one, I'm a massive supporter of Donald Trump. Huge.
I kind of enjoy him in ways.
Oh, that's disgusting, Ray. I can't
No, I
believe you
do.
said that.
He's no nonsense. Like I love the way he came out with the Ukraine thing, and he turned
No
around.
sense.
He,
Yeah,
he
why
kind
not?
of said that wouldn't have happened if I was still president. I would have talked to Putin.
Well,
and said, don't be
yeah.
at that. Don't be going invading.
Yeah, I know. It's funny when he just come out with stuff like that. Like he's so deluded. Like he's like, but in truth though, he's thick enough and ignorant enough to actually go, will you ever fuck up? Like, do you know what I mean?
I love the way he sat down. There was a NATO thing or something that happened where he sat down with a bunch of the European powers representatives. And he sat there at the table going, here lads, you're not paying half enough towards this military alliance. And he called them all out and said, you're all a shower of cheapskates. We're doing the whole world work here now.
He did, yeah. He
He
said,
awkward.
Yeah, but that's the one thing you will do. But I mean, does it matter? And the thing is, it's American politics. Who gives a shit? But I was going to say something else to you as well. Oh yeah, I don't know why Donald Trump reminded me of this, but did you hear the news today of Ian Bailey?
Oh,
Did you hear it?
I did. I actually don't know whether to be sorry that he passed away or happy he passed away.
Okay.
Because there was a doubt.
Okay, well, do you want to know how I'm justifying everything I'm going to say in the next 10 minutes?
Sure.
We do know for sure
Yeah.
that he was a domestic abuser.
Yes.
So now I don't care what I say now.
Okay.
I'm very sorry if there was people in the world that loved him, like loved ones, family members.
Yes.
I'm very, very sorry if that was the case. At the bottom of the barrel is the fact that he was a domestic abuser, despite anything else that you think he might have done.
Yeah.
The other thing he was an outrageous narcissist.
Yeah.
And attention seeker.
And a very interesting dress sense.
Okay, well, that's not okay. Okay, let's go into that then. Let's delve into that.
He always wore a nice scarf.
Okay, that was the one good thing I'd say about him now.
He was a great man for a hat.
Jeez, he had a lovely set of fedoras.
Do you think though? I when I heard it, I thought I wonder did he leave a letter, and then the letter says, no, I didn't.
No, well, what's going to be interesting now is the people around him. I mean, I think this could be Jimmy Savile stuff, where it's when he's gone,
they can talk openly.
The people will start talking openly. I mean, poor Jules left him.
Yeah.
I have to tell everyone, I'm obsessed with this case, and I have been. I've watched every documentary, film, everything that's going on with it, right? And I have been on a seesaw the whole way along, thinking, did he do it? Did he not do it? Did he do it? Did he not do it? If you want my honest opinion now, sitting here, I think he probably did this.
You can say that now because he's dead and he can't sue you for defamation.
Well, fuck him. He can sue me for defamation anyway. I don't care. Anyway, I think he probably did this. Okay. Now, the thing is, him passing away now means I think in my head another gentleman got away with something that he shouldn't have. Do you know what I mean?
Not nice.
No, it's interesting to know what will come out in the meantime.
How long does it take people to start talking? What's the average length of time it takes someone to start talking about someone
I
after
don't know.
die?
I mean, obviously they'd spare him and we have to just go, okay, like people.
What about the whole
belonging to
never
him.
speak ill of the dead crack?
Yeah, no. I've told you this before. Plenty of people in my lifetime I've known, I've read an obituary and I've gone, what?
Yeah, that's the thing.
He was a bastard.
I know, but you can't say that.
There was a gentleman in Castlereagh in particular, and I'm just sorry now to say this, but anyway.
You've told this story before.
Yeah, this man was notoriously no one liked him.
Right.
And then you read the obituary, then you're like,
lovely fella.
hang on now a minute.
Devoted
That's
father.
Unbelievable father. Everyone just loved him. You know, people calling round to the house for tea. That man.
You can't in this country speak ill of the dead.
Why do we love the dead so much?
You don't love them. You just don't want to because you'd be afraid to come back and haunt you. The last thing you want is Ian Bailey tipping through this house.
Look, do you know what? If he was, I'd love to have a chat with him and sit down and say, come on now, Ian.
No, but he wouldn't
come
do that.
Come on and tell the truth now, Ian.
He'd keep knocking stuff out of your hand. You'd feel clumsy.
The one thing. What do you think he'd be knocking pints out of your
hand?
hand?
That's what will happen. If he's haunting you, he's going to knock stuff out of you. He's going to turn off the television when you're watching Liverpool.
He'd be fucking... No, he wouldn't.
What he'd turn on lights upstairs when you're trying to save energy.
Not a chance. I'd be like, oh my God, Ian, what are you going to do to me? You're going to haunt me? He'd be like, no, I want to read you a bit of poetry. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. That's an hour I'll never get back. That's all he ever did. He used it all just to read poetry and fucking talk shit. He draws such attention to himself. And he's so fucking fascinating, was so fascinating. It's unbelievable if it ends up that he was not the gentleman who did it.
It'll be very sad.
It would be unbelievable. I don't think it'd be as sad as you think. This is the other thing I'm going to tell you
about
Ian Bailey.
Would you not think people would regret persecuting him?
Not at all. Because it was the best thing that ever happened to that gentleman. I think, personally, he loved every second of it.
I don't know. I think
he did.
Well,
he
loved to be called a
limelight.
murderer.
But I think he just went, lovely, at least people are talking about me then.
True.
He couldn't give a shit.
He'll be remembered.
Yeah, he will certainly be remembered as well. The day when Nicola told me, it was the only time of all the famous people that have died over the years. Nicola told me that I literally turned the television down and went, "What? You're joking me?"
Shocked.
I was actually in shock. I couldn't believe.
He was very young to go. What happened to him?
He was 67. He had a heart attack.
Is that what happened to him?
He had a load of heart attacks in the last year.
Probably the stress of being accused as a murderer.
Go away. Will you stop defending him?
I'm not. I'm just saying that's the human condition.
I mean, I'd love to know anyone else who's big into the case. I'd love to know if they think I'm happy to say I fucking think he did it.
Right.
Do you know? Anyway, have you any other crack that you want to get onto before we start get very serious in here?
I do.
Go on.
I met a fella.
Yeah.
right?
Bring me into your van. Sore hole.
No.
Yeah.
I met a fella, and I won't say where, because if I say where, it'll identify him. But it just... I know this doesn't sound great.
Weird party or something.
Anyway, this fella had a...
Was there a password on the door?
His arm was in a sling.
Okay.
So he had injured his arm or
this was
shoulder,
definitely a password at the door thing. Okay,
right?
come on.
Injured the arm, and I said to him, this is only a small little story, but I just enjoyed the answer. I asked him, I said, what's the story? I said, how did that happen to you? Was it football? I said, because he was of an age where I thought this man might have hurt himself. And the group that he was hanging around with was a football-related group.
Yeah.
I was thinking, it must have been football.
Yeah.
And he said, no, injured in work. Thank God.
What? What does that mean?
That means because if you do it in work, then they're very...
Oh.
Now you have it.
That's unbelievable.
But isn't that lovely to hear? It's a real Irish thing to say.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't football. If it was football, I was in trouble.
Yeah.
It was in work where I injured.
So if you injure yourself at work, it means you get time off work.
Thank God. A few pounds, all the medical bills paid for.
That's very good. Yeah, because you can get plenty. I mean, I know some people as well, Raymond, who might have worked in, maybe some national defence kind of jobs, if you know what I mean.
You mean in the army?
No, in lower grade than that now. But they
FCA.
might have been, no, higher than that. Go higher. I'm like
what's between the FCA and the...
I'm like Bruce Forsyth. They might have been involved in some kind of an organisation that keeps our country safe, locally and international and nationally.
The Gardaí.
Stop you. Anyway, I know boys that have been fucking taken off that after a couple of years when something happens to them on the road.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, early retirement job.
Yeah, it's a good job.
And did you hear now the guards you could be 50?
Yes, you can be an older guard now.
Imagine 50-year-olds walking around
I
the
have
place.
to thank the Gardaí in Sligo.
Why?
Because they helped us out the last night.
Now, I've been thinking about this ever since.
Were
man.
ya?
And I mean, there's nothing funnier than two junkies. But go on anyway.
4 o'clock there, I don't know what night it was, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
Possibly Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we were asleep.
Absolutely irrelevant. But okay, go on anyway.
Yeah, actually, it is irrelevant.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No need for that.
No.
Right, cut that bit. There was a night, myself and Laura were asleep in bed, and we were awoken to the sound of two gentlemen arguing outside.
Yeah.
We couldn't make out what they were saying, but it was a heated conversation.
Yeah.
We live on Chapel Street.
Yeah.
So it's in the middle of Sligo town.
Yeah.
And very heated conversation. I was worried because our door is broken. And you can now get in the front door.
Hang on now.
Where you couldn't get in the front door before.
Should you
Well, it
be
was broken, and now it's fixed.
Okay, I was going to say, should you be telling them what
No. The door is,
The front door is broken, and actually, the thing is,
You
Laura,
just walk straight in there.
Laura
now.
keeps the money in the top drawer in the kitchen.
No.
There must be 10 grand.
No, there must be more than 10. Yeah. There's more than 10. There's not. There's Christ above.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was just worried. This was a night where the door, I had realised it was a fault with the door. The door is now something that you could now open from, and I wasn't sure whether I had locked it, secured it, or all that sort of crack. Yeah. So I was afraid these two, and they started rattling at doors either side of our house.
Yeah.
And talking loudly. I was a bit freaked out. Laura said to me many, many moons up to now, she said, I'd be, there'd be lads that'd be up and about and knocking on doors and stuff. I said, that never happened here. It happened this night.
That's in a film.
I was freaked out. I had my t-shirt on, I was in my boxers, and I was debating whether or not to go down and open the door and address these two gentlemen.
I'll tell you one thing now, Ray. If you would open that door and they had seen you in your t-shirt and your boxers.
Yeah, and the lovely little chicken legs in me.
No, they wouldn't be long going.
They wouldn't be long getting going.
They'd say that fella's wearing a fucking high vis on it. No, that's just his legs.
This is, if Sean O'Reilly was at home that night, that's what Sean would have done. He'd have gone straight down, opened the door and asked him, what the hell are you doing waking up the whole neighbourhood?
Yeah.
But I wasn't Sean.
You don't have that in you.
I hadn't it in me.
There's some men who do that. And then there's men like me and you who go, if I fucking get my hands on that phone, I'm ringing the guards.
Yeah.
You know?
So I was standing there trying to make out what they were going on, but then they rattled at our door and I was going, oh no, we're in trouble here now.
Yeah.
So I said...
Ray said, Laura, go down and check.
So I sent Laura down then to try and make sure the door was locked. I said, it's better like if they go through you first and then at least I can mount some sort of a defense.
They might be tired by the time they finish. They'd have to knock you out of the way, Laura. They'd knock you out of the way, Laura. And do you know what? You put up a bit of a fight. At least I might have a chance then.
I can get out the window when it's happening. Anyway. Yeah. So I could have opened the door, but I thought, no, if I open the door, I've lost my last line of defence, and I'm not a very egotistical gentleman.
Yeah.
Which is code for I was too chicken to go
Yeah,
down
you don't
and
have
have
it
at
in
them.
you.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't have it in me.
No.
So I decided I'm going to ring our friendly neighbourhood Garda station.
Yeah.
So I rang the guards in Sligo. So I looked up the number on the phone.
Yeah. Did you? What?
When you
Nine.
look- No, it's not, no, you don't ring 999 in this country.
You do ring 999.
No, you ring the Garda station.
You ring 999 and Olivia is on the other end. It's always a, hello, what service are you looking for? And you're like, fuck me.
No. For many a year there now, you could ring Sligo Garda station direct. And I know is this the same elsewhere.
Really easy number to remember. 086 059 3728. And that's, you get straight through to your man's phone in the station. And usually what happens then is he says to you, right, okay, where are you? And in your case, you're 30 foot away from
30
him, maybe.
foot away from the
and he
station.
says, lovely, I'll have someone down to you in the next hour.
That's kind of what, but this is what's changed.
Unbelievable. It happened one night inside town. Brawl. A massive brawl on Castle Street,
Oh,
right?
you're talking about something that happened to you
Real.
now.
No, I wasn't there. Massive brawl on Castle Street. Guards land about 2 hours later and they say, right, what happened? And a bouncer on the door said, sure, it's done. It was done about 2 hours ago.
I can tell you that things have changed with the Gardaí.
No.
The Naldee.
Yeah.
Because I rang the local number. So I was talking directly to a gentleman in the reception of Sligo
Ray
Garda
has like the
station.
bat phone.
No, you
inside
just look
the
up
place.
Sligo Garda station. 07191 blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I rang them. I says, how are you? I'm on Chapel Street, just around the corner from me. And there are two gentlemen arguing and very erratic.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get in our door.
Yeah.
And my wife is here now. She wants to kick shite out of them, but I'm trying to, I have two issues here now. I have the two lads trying to get in, and I have an aggravated wife getting upset.
Yeah, she's stretching as we speak,
Stretching-
actually.
Yeah, she's actually warming up here.
She has the boxing gloves on.
Yeah. So he says, hold on, and I put you through. And I said, put me through to who? I'm through to Sligo Garda Station. They put me through to the national line, which never ever happened before.
What?
Yeah.
So you're talking to someone who's 30 foot away from you?
He put me through to the national line.
And he says, hang on,
This
I
is the
put you up
first
to
time
Dublin.
they've done that now. They put me up to Dublin, I think. I spoke to a lovely gentleman up in Dublin and I said, come here, I'm beside the Sligo Garda station.
No.
They're after putting me through to you. There's two gentlemen outside trying to get in our door.
And he said, hang on, I ring your man in Sligo. And he rang your man back, probably.
So he said, don't worry, I'll get a car out to them, he said.
But
I said, no need for a car. Just ask the books in the reception to come
Ask
down
the
for a
fella
minute.
that I was just talking
Yeah.
to. So you rang a fella and he said, yeah, no bother, I put you through to the national line.
I think it was the national line he put me
Right,
through to.
and then he says, well, what you need? Sligo Garda said, okay, hang on, I ring them.
Yeah.
Are you joking me? Like, what the fuck? There's too much red tape.
Too much. Things have changed because the last time I rang Sligo Garda Station, they answered and said, hold on a minute. They put the phone down. They come around. I could hear, there was about 30 seconds between when I hung up and when you could hear the boys, the two Gardaí shouting at the lads that was causing the bother on the street. This wasn't the same. We were waiting there. Laura had the boxing gloves on. She'd warmed up. She was going in. I was trying
Where's
to
my
hold her
gum
back.
shield? Ray,
I was
where's
trying to
my
hold
gum
her back.
shield?
The cat was terrified.
Christ
Oda was
above.
sitting there going, why is Mammy so angry? Do you know?
I don't get like, so there used to be a stage in Ireland where the guards would probably have an old BT cordless phone.
Yeah.
And like the right guard would have said to you, what, just hold on a minute,
Hold on a
stay
minute,
on the
come
line
out.
now. I'm on
Yeah.
the, can you see me?
Yeah.
He would have been awake. Hello,
But
that's me. No, hang on, I come down to you.
In the time it took the national unit to ring the guards in Sligo back and get to one of the lads to come out.
Oh my God.
I went down and I hid behind the front door and opened the letterbox to try and make out what they were saying.
Right.
And they were talking about looking for a party.
Right.
The more aggressive of the two said, I was at a party on this street before. It's definitely one of these houses. And then the less aggressive of the two fellas, this is at 4:30 in the morning.
Christ.
The less aggressive of the two says, can you not see inside? Sorry, it's pure Sligo accent. You not see inside? There's no one in that house.
So they're from Dublin, Sligo.
I knew
They were from the
it.
Dublin end of Sligo.
No, I can't do that. Anytime I do an accent, it becomes out Dublin. Anyway, they said there was no one. The house next door is vacant, so they realise there's nothing in that. And then your man, the smaller fella, said, "But there's a plant in this one, because we have a plant in the window." So
And it's still alive.
They took the plant to a plant as sign that there was going to be a party
I
in
mean,
this house.
how? Okay, first of all, how out of it do you have to be to go? I was in the last 20 years. I was at a party.
And I guarantee there's another one happening
No,
here.
I mean, I guarantee it's still going on.
Yeah.
Pretty much is what they were thinking.
Yeah.
Also, there is a plant in this house, so this must be where
This
that
must
party
be where
is.
the party is.
And then they proceeded to try and break down your door and
They
get
give
in.
it another rattle on our door. I nearly shit myself in the hallway. Can you picture me in my Jackie Jones t-shirt and my little underpants, and I'm sitting there on the carpet, back up against the door. Next
poor
thing,
devil.
Yeah,
and Laura's tugged out like Mike Tyson all of a sudden.
and Laura's raring to go with them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Gloves on, ready to go.
Yeah.
And then,
She was putting on activewear at that point.
so did the guards? Did the guards?
The guards then came and told them to disperse.
But were they still outside your door when the guards came around the corner?
They were.
Okay, so they were that long waiting.
Yeah.
Outside trying to get into
Could've
your
been-
house.
If they were trying to get into our house for any other reason,
Yeah.
you know.
In your professional opinion,
Yes.
as a member of the Irish state,
Yeah.
were they junky bastards or just drunk?
I don't know, but you have to be fair out of it now to be looking at a house with no lights on and think this is what the party's
Very out of it.
And based on, I was at a party at this house many years ago.
Yeah. Do you think they probably were at a party at your house though years ago?
I wondered that. I don't think so.
We used to have some parties at your house many years ago.
But I don't think this class of lads was at it.
Sometimes there was some people, Ray.
Yeah, they were, but they weren't at it.
Do you know?
I hope to God. Anyway.
Keep the doors locked, lads. Ray, have you anything else before we hit the diff?
I do, yeah. Have a shout out.
Go on.
Have you anything before we hit the diff?
No.
Thanks very much to Laura for flicking the keys of herself
Laura.
and providing me backup and saying my van is not the most uncomfortable thing in the world.
I mean, I haven't seen the quality of the video yet, Laura, but I will say fair play to you until I look at it later on.
Right.
Go on.
Shout out.
Go on.
Hey guys.
Hey guys! So I've just been trying this new nail polish, and it comes from a line. You just went full TikTok there.
Would you mind?
Have you got your tax sorted, ladies? You never see all them influencers now are all promoting tax.
Yeah.
Do you notice that?
No.
They have all these young influencers going, have you thought about getting some tax back on your thing? I don't even know how to pay tax, but I had to ring the tax man today. Different story altogether, Ray. Keep going there, you.
Hey guys, would you mind giving a shout out to my lovely partner and likely future wife, Erica, for her birthday?
Oh.
Yeah, we both thoroughly enjoyed the podcast and watch it religiously on Patreon, so the big spenders.
Oh, big spender.
Every weekend, so I'm hoping this gives her a nice surprise before her birthday on the 29th of January.
Lovely.
She'll likely be rolling her eyes at me once she hears this. There you are.
Erica, lovely.
Yeah.
A big, massive happy birthday to you, love.
Happy birthday. And he also, now it's a bit...
Who's that from?
It's from Richard. Richard Clark Elliott.
Lovely Richard by Erica, lovely. Happy birthday, and Richard, fair play to you.
Worried enough for Erica, though. He's also said that he may be booking us as a wedding band in the future.
What now?
I hope that's not a surprise to Erica.
Now, this is exactly what we knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
Erica, I'm so sorry you're going to have to be put through this.
Yeah.
But I said to Ray, let's start a wedding band.
Yeah.
Let's call it the Atlantic.
Yeah, which has nothing to do with the podcast.
It doesn't matter though. But now that I said, the podcast listeners, when they get married, they'll book the Kendy Raybo wedding band.
They will, the Kendy Raybo web band.
And I said, let's surround the Kendy Raybo wedding band, the Atlantic,
Yeah.
with people who've done thousands of weddings before.
Yes.
Which is exactly what we've done.
Yeah. Come on.
Don't get much better a promo than that now, I tell you.
That's very good, yeah.
Yeah, so...
just to mention the live show, 22nd of February, we'll
Yeah.
be in Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items for our next live show.
which
in
is part of
Anderson's,
Sligo So Funny Comedy Festival.
which is the whole week of comedy. And Kevin McGahern is going to be there with us.
Yes, Kevin McGahern is going to be joining us on
Star
the night.
of what do you call the dancing show that he was on?
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Dancing on, isn't it? Was he on that actually? I
Yeah,
didn't
I
even
was
know
out
that 'cause I
with
didn't watch that.
Laura's mum Susie the last day, and she said, who have you got for the live show? And I said, Kevin McGahern. Oh, who's he now?
Yeah.
And I said, he's from Cavan, he's a comedian. Was he on Dancing with the Stars?
Oh,
And I
was
said,
he
he
actually?
was. And that's where people will mostly know him from, unfortunately.
So anyone of my age
Yeah.
will know him from Republic Italian Hardy Books.
Yeah,
And I can't feckin' wait to talk to him.
it'd be very good.
So once again, patreon.com/Kendy Raybo podcast if you want to watch our lovely faces and see if Laura did in fact do a proper job
Yeah.
of flicking the keys of herself.
Yeah, Brendan could be out the door now.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Ray, fair play to me.
Fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items and Maeve's Cozy Front Lounge.